Hey, welcome back to Perfectly Unhinged. Modern women keep making false claims and are disproven by their own words and actions. Trigger warning. These videos are to demonstrate the double standards, biases, and stereotyping in today's society. None of this is personally directed at any of the individuals featured. This is strictly for entertainment purposes and an attempt at getting people to think again.
About 6 weeks ago, I was misled by some men, and they ended up having me on a podcast that turned out to be Red Pill.
You're fundamentally a dishonest person. Like, fundamentally dishonest. There's no reason for you to hold that presumption at all.
Hi, my name is Kylie, and I've been harassed by men so severely online that I'm thinking about giving up. Misogyny has always been really bad as a feminist content creator, but especially because I talk about intersectionality, which means I'm often talking about the systems that uphold white supremacy and racism in the US, which pisses off a number of uber racist white supremacists. About 6 weeks ago, I was misled by some men, and they ended up having me on a podcast that turned out to be Red Pill. I don't want to go into the details of it because it was honestly like the most traumatic experience of my life and really horrible, and I am scared of these people, so I would prefer to not go into more detail. But I then became a meme known as Crush Out Kylie, which, here's a photo, but they sent their hundreds of followers onto me to leave hate comments and spam report my account until it was removed on Instagram. For child, they do the same thing so that my content has been censored, is not appearing on people's For You pages. I've become a target for them, for incels and red pill people. So if you see this, if you could just let me know, because I'm like really close to giving up, and I've been doing this for 2 years. This has been my dream, and it's just like...
She states I was misled by some men and they ended up having me on a podcast that turned out to be Red Pill. I have a few questions. How does one just end up on a podcast? Whatever has been around for years. Their debates involve contracts. If you signed the contract, you didn't just end up there. You mentioned in your other videos that you had to fly across the country to attend the debate. Did someone force you to drive to the airport, get on a plane, then drive to the podcast? You didn't just end up on a podcast. You traveled there for money and the dream of becoming famous. Then you say the podcast turned out to be Red Pill. Let's look at the Whatever channel, shall we? First video. Anti-male, red hair feminist destroyed in heated debate. Another video. Feminist rage quits. Before show. If you didn't type in whatever on YouTube prior to traveling across the country, then you're stupid. If you did and didn't realize immediately that it's red pill content, then you're stupid. You knew exactly what it was, and you were overconfident that you could successfully debate. Now that you and the world realize that this isn't the case, you are making false claims and blaming the men.
And even if she had never watched the show before, she knew the name of the podcast, and she had a month or two notice. She could have done the research, and there's hours, days, weeks of footage to watch to know what to expect.
Hi, my name is Kylie, and this is part 2 of my story of being harassed by incels. It has ruined my mental health so severely that I actually ended up getting Bell's palsy. My name is Kylie, if you don't know me. I woke up yesterday and the left side of my face was completely paralyzed. I've had a very difficult and stressful week, and I have been sick the last couple of weeks with a virus without really taking care of myself. I just assumed it would go away and didn't go get medication. If you've ever heard of Bell's palsy, that's what I have. It could be significantly worse, but I wanted to make a video about it because it is slightly embarrassing and it's difficult for me to talk. This side, I can't really move, as well as this side. This is apparently a temporary condition, but it is brought on by stress and emotional difficulties, as well as the strain of being sick. I wanted to make this video to say that you and your physical health is more important than anything else. So no matter what you're going through, please take care of yourself, because you never know how that stress is going to manifest. This should be temporary, but it's still really scary to wake up, hear some photos, and not be able to move your face. So please be kind to people. You never know what they're going through. And take care of yourself early on. Hopefully regain function soon. But peace and love.
Interesting how you didn't mention at all in this video the podcast that led you to having Bell's palsy. Since you are making claims and suing the podcast to make your story sound more dramatic and pull on heartstrings, you make a video months later claiming it ruined your mental health so severely that you ended up getting Bell's palsy. How convenient.
I will not be naming names specifically because, again, I am scared of these people, but you can do your research.
Oh, I have. And now I know why you haven't provided any evidence. It's very difficult to provide what you don't have.
I was misled by these people and told that I would be reimbursed for traveling out to California from Chicago. I was not, and I have yet to receive any money.
This was a couple days after the debate. Hi, Brian, way to set me up. Per our agreement, send $650 to my Venmo immediately. If I don't hear from you by tomorrow, end of day, I will assume that you do not plan to honor our agreement. which felt like that was your plan all along. All right, here, I'll let the...
I've actually had someone offer to pay me, because I'm assuming if I leave early, you won't pay me. But I've had someone in my comments offer to pay me the amount that I was paid to be here. So I'm going to go because I have medical problems. I'm not feeling good.
What if somebody in our chat offers to pay you
more?
Do you think they would?
Yeah.
Well, they would pay me and then...
Yes, if someone offered, I would stay, and I would cry on camera.
I will do anything for money. Kylie Brewer, 2025.
This will be my only attempt to collect if I do not hear from you or you attempt to disparage my attempts to receive payment online. I'll be handing this matter over to my family attorney. She will then contact you this week. It's your choice. But with how unethical your business model is, I'd suggest that you take this as a gesture of courtesy to avoid future legal proceedings, to which I respond, can you explain how I set you up? Also, during the show, you stated someone contacted you and offered you the payment for you to walk off and leave early. Since you did leave early, didn't you in fact receive this payment from a third party?
Kylie Brewer went on the Whatever podcast and she was expected to debate. She agreed to a debate. She knew what she was walking into. She was not misled. She agreed and signed to the agreement when she got there, as well as flying out, getting a hotel, all of that. The reason why they have not paid her is because she not only shortened the time frame when she got there to a shorter time frame, but then she requested to leave even earlier than that secondary time frame that she agreed to. And it was due to health issues, but she was willing to stay as long as more money was offered.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Also, during the debate, Andrew Wilson told her multiple times to leave, and he did not give a fuck if she left. And she took so many breaks where she went outside or left the room and could have left. It's not like she was held hostage. So, I don't understand.
Just try to let them finish.
No, I did not go to school for 4 years and build a platform to be talked to like this. So I will be walking away from the microphone right now, and I would encourage you to get your guest under control. I'm going to take 2 minutes so you can ask him questions if you'd like, and I will be right back.
Because you run the show?
I just won't be back. And we already
I don't give a shit. What do I care? I'm here to have a debate, not listen to your whining. Do you want to have a debate or not?
All right. I'm not going to be talked to like this.
Well,
so.
In reality, her worldview just got crushed within the first 10 minutes. And she immediately was tone policing. She was immediately saying what they could and could not say. He even suggested, to make her feel more comfortable, to go 60 seconds her talk, 60 seconds he talk. And at first she wasn't even for that until she thought it was her idea. She is a liar. She is just coming on here and milking this and complaining that more people are looking into it when she's drawing more attention to the episode. She is the definition of a fraud. She also claims she's been debating for 9 whole years and yet didn't even know you weren't supposed to interrupt an opening statement, and threatened to leave multiple times as soon as her views got challenged, and is now saying things like they were unsafe, even though the examples she's using to prove they're unsafe were hypotheticals to challenge her worldview.
Have you ever heard of the phrase ignorance is bliss?
I'm sorry, do I need to go and experience killing someone, right, to know that I don't want to experience killing someone?
What?
Well,
how does that have anything to do with what I
ignorance
said?
is bliss. It's possible, for instance, that I could kill someone and really love it, right?
Would
That's
I be
possible.
able to maybe talk about it?
Well, hang on. I want you to answer my question. Is that possible?
I just don't really understand how
Can
that's
you answer
related.
my question, though? Is it possible that I could kill somebody and then just really like it?
But how does that in
Can
any
you
way...
answer my question, please? Stop negating the question. Just answer the question.
I just don't really want to talk about murder.
I don't care what you want to talk. I want you to answer my question, and I'll answer
I'm not
yours.
answering your question. Just go to
You're
your
not
point.
going to answer my question?
About murder? That's not related to this at all.
Yes, it's logically
Answer how you think I would answer. Answer how you want me to answer.
What do you mean? I'm in a debate with you. I'm not in a debate with me.
And so if you don't give me the mic, I'm leaving. Go ahead. 15.
Oh my God, you're going to leave?
Yeah.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Look, Andrew's finishing his point.
I was.
He was finishing his point.
No, I'm serious. 15 seconds.
And the fact that they were drinking on set, which Andrew Wilson had like a beer or two, which is just so funny. Which they also do in previous episodes, if she would have watched. She's also claiming that she's seeking legal action, which is so funny because she's done this to other creators before in the past, where she's tried to dictate what they could post, and all they've done is post her raw, unedited worldview that was challenged in a debate. She's also now relating it to SA, which seems completely unhinged, but also undervalues the people who have been through SA, and she claims she has twice, and then says how this experience was exactly like that, which just makes me feel super uncomfortable considering she's been debating 9 years and should be able to handle a debate.
That's exactly what going on this podcast felt like. It made me feel violated in so many ways, disrespected and used. In addition to them having me fly across the country and front the bill myself with the promise of paying me back, which they didn't, I made them so much money that they asked me to come back 3 times within 24 hours. And when I told them to pay me back, they sent me a threatening, abusive email.
All right, to Kylie. Ms. Brewer, in response to your baseless legal threats made via Instagram, your demand for $650 is categorically rejected. While there was an agreement regarding your full, keyword full, participation in the live stream, you materially breached that agreement through your conduct, repeatedly walking off during the broadcast, derailing the event with meta conversation and other disruptive commentary, and ultimately leaving the show early. You demonstrably did not participate in good faith. More troubling is your own on-record statement during the live stream that someone contacted you and offered you money to walk off the show, which you ultimately did do at their behest. This admission raises serious questions about whether you entered into the agreement in good faith and whether third parties were involved in encouraging you to sabotage the production. If true, this directly implicates you in potential tortious interference. I go on to make more references to the tortious interference claim. Given your misconduct and baseless threat of legal action, I am also demanding that you cease your harassment and affirm immediately that you do not intend to pursue any legal claim or further demands related to this matter. Given that she gave us 1 day to rectify the legal situation, I thought it appropriate to give her about 3 hours. So you have until 5 p.m. Pacific today to do so. If you fail to do so, or if you were to cancel, initiate any action, I will pursue counterclaims for breach of contract, tortious interference, and any other relief available under the law. We are confident our damages exceed yours. Best regards. Brian Atlas,
abusive.
whatever podcast. Very abusive email.
I wish I got abused that
So
nicely. What the hell?
abusive, very abusive.
I felt not like a human being. I was harassed on the basis of being a woman.
Because you're not actually acknowledging any of the information that I said.
I refuted the information.
I didn't even hardly talk about that.
I have refutations to your video. I have your video right here. And you start by saying the largest comprehensive study, the Kinsey study.
Which one are you talking about?
I'll play it for you. Give me a second here.
Okay, well, I think we should stick to what we're talking about today. And I just
Well, we're talking about all of this today. So the
Okay, well, I would like you to be less hostile to me, first of all, because I think we should just have a general discussion.
Stop whining. We're doing a debate.
Stop whining.
So
If you consider this being hostile, I don't think you know what harassed is either. I can't wait to hear more.
from
Listen to
the
me.
general
Do
population.
not cut me off. Do not cut me off. I am in the middle of speaking.
Well, let's get.
But Susan, this is important.
Susan,
I want to
have
add,
to
but
weigh in
if,
here.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
I have to
I'm
weigh in.
speaking.
I don't care if you're in the middle of speaking. You're in the middle of a debate.
The right to vote.
You don't have your TikTok mute button, sweetheart?
I will not be speaking anymore until you have a conversation with him.
Just try to let them finish.
No, I did not go to school for 4 years and build a platform to be talked to like this. So I will be walking away from the microphone right now, and I would encourage you to get your guest under control. I'm going to take 2 minutes so you can ask him questions if you'd like, and I will be right back.
Because you run the show?
I just won't be back. And we already
I don't give a shit. What do I care? I'm here to have a debate, not listen to your whining. Do you want to have a debate or not?
All right, I'm not going to be talked to like this.
Well,
so
do you want to just take a little 2-minute breather? You want to take a 2-minute breather?
This is feminism? You're the strong woman? You're the strong woman?
Told that I was stupid, talked over, talked down to, and I was made to cry 2, 3, 4 times. I went open to the back and just sobbed. I really tried to stay to the end because I wanted to be reimbursed for all the expenses, but I couldn't. I've done debate for 9 years, so I know things could get heated. That wasn't debate. That was assault. I felt like I was sexually assaulted after the next day. I've been assaulted twice, and I woke up feeling that same sense of sadness and violation and emptiness. Yeah.
Comparing being told that you're stupid, talked over, talked down to, and crying because of it to being SA'd? If that is your definition, then you've been SA'd way more times than twice. These women continue to loosely use terms, and I'm fed up with it. There are people that have been SA'd, and you are removing the severity of it by comparing it to a man calling you out and not letting you act like a spoiled child.
Try to let her finish if you can, but...
Yeah, let's do 60-second back and forth.
That's fine with me,
What do
as
you
long
wanna
as there's some
do?
boundaries, yeah.
Hi, my name is Kylie, and I really need your help. Whatever you're doing, stop and watch this video, please. I need your support because I have become a red pill target. A couple months ago, I received a message on my Instagram account that has since been suspended because of mass false reporting by these people, asking me to come on a podcast for a debate. They were incredibly kind, created a contract, and promised that they would pay me back for it.
I've actually had someone offer to pay me, because I'm assuming if I leave early, you won't pay me, but I've had someone in my comments offer to pay me the amount that I was paid to be here, so I'm gonna go, because I have medical problems, I'm not feeling good.
What?
I did debate throughout my life, including at an Ivy League school, so I know that I can handle my own with facts and with also my poise.
You want to do that? 60 seconds, back
Sure,
and forth?
that works.
Or if you guys want, we could give it another shot at just keeping it open combo.
Sure.
So why don't we do that? If the interruptions continue, you guys feel like you're not.
But I would like to just point out that...
Wait. We have to set the rules first. No more talking. Yes, we will do 60 seconds
like,
back
I'm
and
supposed
forth.
to be talked to like that,
Hold
though,
on.
right?
No, 60 seconds back and forth, or I will leave. I'm so serious. We signed an agreement if I appear
fucking
here.
leave. I don't care.
We
Why
signed-
do you think I care if you
I'm
fucking
not
leave?
talking to you.
So I fly across the country, I show up only to be verbally degraded and verbally assaulted by their chat who kept pitching $10, $20, $30 to slap the bitch, put a sock in my mouth, all these other things. That being said, predators are good at what they do.
Oh, great, another term you use loosely. I have a question. How does a person with 150 IQ not know the definition of these simple words?
Kylie, you said you have a high IQ. What's your IQ?
I haven't taken an IQ test in a while, but when I was a child, they had me evaluated for having a high IQ because I was like talking really young and all these things. But the last time I took a test, I think it was like around a 150, but I don't know currently. It was a while ago.
150?
Yeah.
That's genius level.
So stop asking people why they showed up to things, why they wore this thing, why whatever. Because none of those things matter to the predator. They are good at making themselves seem very docile and gentle to lure you in. It's a trap. So if you're a woman, do not go on a podcast ever, any network that has a mostly male audience. I don't care what they promise you or how much money they plan to ambush you.
So because you're delusional, you're now telling women not to go on a podcast that has a mostly male audience. What about a man that goes on The View? He is berated by the host and the audience laughs. I don't see those men making videos whining that they were victims of predators.
Hi, I'm Kylie, and if you don't know me, I make anti-racist, feminist, and queer content. This has been like the hardest year of my life. I started out as a creator on Instagram and TikTok, and then I had a really bad experience on a Red Pill podcast that I didn't know was Red Pill, and I had just a swarm of like men like targeting me online and doxing me and trying to find my house and sending me like death threats and telling me that I need to be raped and that it'll knock some sense into me. And then my face got paralyzed from the stress of everything and all the hate comments and people trying to find out where I live. And then my Instagram got suspended unfairly for child because they were spam reporting me. And I posted a video a few days ago and you guys really came through for me. And I went up like 25K followers in 2 days, and I just wanted to say thank you. This has been the hardest like year of my life so far, and just thank you for supporting me and making all this hatred that I'm experiencing like worth it in a way, because I know you guys are like have my back.
Watching Kylie Brewer's crash out ever since her appearance on the Whatever podcast has got to be the funniest thing in 2025 so far. You get invited to a debate, you rage quit because the other person made you upset, and then you get pissed off and you threaten to sue the people running the debate because you felt threatened. You realize that the entire debate is on the internet for everybody to see, right? You claim to be this big, strong feminist that did debate in an Ivy League school, but you can't handle a little bit of back and forth with Andrew Wilson? What a fucking joke. You even went so far as to compare what you experienced on the debate to being sexually assaulted. Do you realize how fucking insulting that is to people that have actually been assaulted? Like, what is wrong with you? There are plenty of debates on the Whatever YouTube page. You knew exactly what you were getting into by going into a debate on there, especially going up against Andrew Wilson. And I think you intentionally rage quit so that you would have an excuse to blame them and call them predators so that you could increase your following. It's hilarious and good on you for it, but it's not impressive. It's actually pretty pathetic. And I think you would have been better off actually just standing your ground on the debates, because at least then you would have had a little bit of decency and respect from people. If soft-ass people like you are the people that are coming out of Ivy League schools, we've got a big problem.
I couldn't agree more. These types of women will do anything for people to talk about them. They don't think, just act. Accuse and play the victim. Make up lies and contradict themselves. When I first saw the Whatever video about Kylie suing, which I've linked in the description, I couldn't wait to debunk these allegations. I'm tired of women like this claiming all men are the problem and continue to give women a bad reputation.